Are there any questions?
Mr. President.
Leader of the Opposition.
Thank you, Mr. President. My question, without notice, is to the Leader of the Government, Minister for Resources, Minister for Energy and Utilities and Minister for the Arts. Minister, given that respected economist Associate Professor Bruce Mountain informed yesterday's electricity inquiry that the profit alone of big retail energy companies makes up 15 to 20% of household electricity bills, what is your response to community concerns that your Service New South Wales budget announcement to check electricity bills will do nothing to drive down electricity prices while you continue to allow electricity retailers to make super profits?
Oh, give them a hotline. Give them a hotline.
Order.
Hotline.
Order.
Give them a hotline.
Last warning. Order.
Well, Mr. President, I'm aware of the views of people like Bruce Mountain, and he's not alone. There are a number of people who are concerned about retailers and the margins that they take, including me and including the Federal Minister and all of the other members of COAG Energy Council, and that's one of the reasons.
Tell me about it.
I'm very happy to tell the honourable member that's one of the reasons why we all support the actions that have been taken by the Federal Minister to refer this matter to the Australian Competition and Consumer Commission. Now, the ACCC's draft findings on its inquiry into electricity prices found that higher wholesale costs are driving up retail prices. That's very important to note. Margins are not the only issue. The ACCC has already started looking at this issue, and he's confirmed what I've told the House any number of times. That wholesale costs of generating electricity is a major factor in the price rises that we saw last year. The ACCC's draft findings also noted that increases in network costs contributed to the majority of price rises over the last 10 years. Those network costs, which include both transmission and distribution costs, now account for approximately 40% of an average customer's electricity bill.
I call the Honourable John Graham to order for the first time.
IPART found that recent increases in wholesale costs have been largely offset by a reduction in network costs. Recent price announcements from retailers show that the upward pressure on energy prices is easing. Each of the three big retailers have recently announced their electricity prices for New South Wales from the 1st of July 2018.
I call the Honourable Penny Sharp to order for the first time.
I'm pleased to see that Origin Energy, Energy Australia and AGL have all announced that residential electricity prices will either remain unchanged or decrease slightly from the 1st of July this year. This announcement is good news for customers and shows that the market is more stable now than it was last year following the closure of the Hazelwood Power Station in Victoria. The announcement also shows that we need a sensible national plan to encourage efficient investment and bring prices down, and that is, of course, my principal focus as Energy Minister, working with the Federal Minister and working with my colleagues in other states to make sure that we land the National Energy Guarantee. Now, of course, yesterday there was further attention on this issue. That's very true. And we as a government are concerned that the Australian Energy Market Commission review is showing that the gross retailer margin is high in New South Wales. The Australian Energy Market Commission also notes the retail margin cannot be used to identify whether a retailer is actually making a profit, and that's an important thing to remember. I understand that the networks have also suggested retailers are not passing on network cost reductions to customers. The ACCC will be completing its electricity supply and prices inquiry at the end of this month and when it submits its final report to the Commonwealth Treasurer. The New South Wales Government will closely review the ACCC final report once it's released.
Mr. President.
The Leader of the Opposition on supplementary.
No, not satisfied.
Thank you, Mr. President. Could the Minister elucidate that part of his answer where he spoke about major energy retailer prices remaining stable or slightly reducing, and inform the House whether his government will take the necessary steps to bring down the profit margins of major energy retailers?
Mr. President, I directly answered that question in my response, which is that we are waiting to see what the report has to say from the ACCC has to say, and when it gives us that advice, we will fashion a response that fits the dimension of the problem that they identify.